Thanks for coming back. It's Friday, and today we're going to look at a show band. Now, when I was growing up, we had The Tonight Show, and it was great. By the time I was at an age of watching it, it was Johnny Carson hosting, Doc Severinsen had the band, but the downside was you really got a chance to hear the band. The people in the audience, they got these great tunes all the time. We're sitting at home watching commercials, and by the time we come back to the show, you get a few seconds of music till they cut them off and we're back into the actual talk show. And this was one of the things I really hated because we never really got a chance to hear that group. And again, being a young musician, wanting to hear as much as I could, and you were just getting snippets. Now, some nights they would have guest performers. I remember they had Buddy Rich on, Al Hurt, people like that would play with the band, and the band would get a feature. Some nights, especially on The Tonight Show, they'd play a song or a game called Stump the Band, where the audience would come up with titles and the band would have to try and play whatever they had guessed. But in a whole, you really never got to hear a lot of it. It was a band that was there to entertain the audience during the commercial breaks. Now, another one that served the same function, David Letterman's band, although they have made a couple of recordings with the World's Most Dangerous Band and Paul Schaefer, and the Saturday Night Live band. Now, back in mid-80s, 1985-89, Saturday Night Live Band was being hosted or directed by G.E. Smith. Now, G.E. Smith had formerly been a guitarist with Hall & Oates. Like I say, in 1985, he became musical director for Saturday Night Live for 10 years. He played with Bob Dylan. He actually was musical director for the 30th anniversary concert that they had for Bob Dylan at Madison Square Garden. So he'd been around, he'd done work with Tina Turner, Mick Jagger, but Saturday Night Live was the same as what I had with the other talk shows. You'd only catch the band as they came back from commercial unless they had something to do with one of the sketches or with the musical guest, which didn't happen often. Usually the guest had their own band. But they did, in 1992, put out an album of their own called G.E. Smith and the Saturday Night Live Band. Now, songs on the album, a lot of G.E. Smith originals. So I'm not even going to name them because they're probably not going to be familiar to that many people. These are songs that the audience probably enjoyed during a lot of the shows, but we wouldn't really know them. The Saturday Night Live Band is another story. We got G.E. Smith on guitars, Leon Pendervis on Hammond organ, Lou Delgado on baritone sax, Lenny Pickett, tenor sax and soprano saxophone, Steve Turr on trombone, Earl Gardner on trumpet, Paul Asola on bass, and Christopher Parker on drums. Now, he also added a few other players on here. We've got Marshall Crenshaw on guitar. We've got Lenny Pickett doing solos with the horns. Earl Gardner, again, doing some special stuff out of the band. Roseanne Cash appears. But overall, it's a great album, a great chance to hear a band that we only ever get to hear a little bit of. And a lot of vocals. Again, a lot of G.E. Smith tunes, so we're going to have a lot of things featuring him and his writing. But it's a great chance to hear a band that we don't really get to hear a lot of. Now, I think some of the players are actually still playing there. I know Steve Turr, I see him occasionally when we come back from commercial on a clip that I think he's still playing. Lenny Pickett may still be there. A lot of them stayed quite a while. G.E. Smith moved on, and we've had different directors since him. But this is a nice little snapshot of what that band was doing in that 10 years of 85 to 95. Now, I don't know how available this is. I haven't checked online to see if it's in the streaming, on the streaming networks or where you can buy hard copies. If you can get it, it's certainly worth checking out. It's kind of a fun little thing that a chance to hear a band we don't often get to hear much from. Okay, that's it for this week, guys. Have a great weekend. Everybody stay safe. Vaccinations are coming. Still wear your mask. It's been pretty much a year now. We're crowding that 52 weeks. So everybody stay safe. We'll see you on Monday.